You know what, guys, before we get started, it's important to remember that we are entertainment professionals, not necessarily investment professionals. Please consider that when taking any advice that we're giving. It is truly for educational and entertainment purposes only.
If a guy starts a video with I'm holding a microphone like celery, you should not take his investment advice. That's another one to keep in mind.
And with that, let's get into it.
Yeah, tell you how you spend your money. Show them what they want.
All right.
Here we
so
go.
Tonight, we're pulling up the Collectible app.
Okay.
A lot of this you're going to be able to see. Basically, we want to hit the highlights. So the biggest news I think that came out of Collectible over since the last time we did this was essentially they have extended hours for trading. Mike, you may not even know this. So they have opened up the hours to essentially anytime the stock market is open during regular trading hours, you can go on here and trade. That was a little limited apparently before, but now we're in a whole new world. They're opening it up, and I could foresee a future where we could get after hours trading too. But that, if anybody watched our first video, you may have noticed we couldn't figure out why I couldn't go on and buy and sell a share of Tom Brady card. That was why basically they were only open during those limited hours, and now they're open a little more. Guys, home screen of the app basically is just showing us a little bit of what's going on. You got IPOs, you've got some stuff that are that's going to be coming out. It's important to remember that IPOs go out for you can purchase the shares, but then it will go out onto the market at a later date, not immediately. So just something to remember. You know what? While we're doing this, let's go ahead and check up. Last time we did this, I bought some Tom Brady shares.
Oh, I remember the contender.
Oh, one of my best investments today. I'm only down, it looks like 64 cents. Not too shabby for me. That has nothing to do with Tom Brady or the app. That is simply my purchasing history. But as you can see, this is basically giving us a breakdown of current share prices. It looks like this thing is up quite a bit. In fact, I think we talked about this a little bit last time, but it started out around $5 a share. And obviously, I think that was probably the IPO price. Now we're seeing it like closer to $12 a share. So
how did you lose money on this then?
Well, I bought at the high point and then it went down and now it's back up high. So that's good.
Give the warning again that this isn't investment advice. You are not good at it.
Listen, I do know a winner when I see one, and Tom Brady is a winner. So
hey, here's a little plug. This is a serious thing. Last weekend of January, 28th to the 30th, Collectible Mint in Vegas. I will be there.
Yes.
Speaking. Jesse will be there doing whatever he does.
Looking at him speaking, and it'll be
Dana
really good.
White. This is going in order of importance, by the way. Me, Jesse, Dana White, Josh Luber. Buy your tickets.
Get in it while the getting's good.
That's a sales pitch right there, if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk a little more about what's going on in the app, what you guys might be interested. Coming up, we've got some interesting IPOs.
We do an upcoming.
You
first?
tell me.
Let's do upcoming. Here's what we're gonna do.
Let's do upcoming first.
Hey, I'm cowboy in this meeting, Tonto. Step aside.
Okay.
We're gonna go upcoming IPOs. What I think are good buys as opposed to things I don't care about.
Okay, so
here's what we're doing. Go.
I'll run it down. All right.
Down.
So we got Josh Gibson and Satchel Paige cut auto basket.
Basket just meaning it's a pair. They're coming together.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
I'm a big fan of that.
Okay.
So obviously, two Hall of Famers from the old school Negro League. Josh Gibson, I think most people would argue, was comparable to Babe Ruth. I like historical pieces like that. Guys you don't hear about like Ruth, although they're probably as, if not more talented. Satchel Paige, same thing. Pitched till he was 390 years old.
That's true. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a real number.
Yeah, I like stuff like that. I like the cut autos. Even just in my personal collection, Jackie Robinson is my #1 chase right now, a cut auto.
And guys, if anybody is looking through the app, and we'll edit this so it looks kind of smooth, but down at the bottom of the app, it'll show IPOs. You click on that, you can see what IPOs are currently live. You can switch over to what's coming soon. This one that we're talking about right now does not look like it's made it up on the site as of yet, but it will be very shortly. So
there's only like 8 IPOs that are open on the site right now, correct?
7 right now, 13 coming soon.
Okay, let's do these 7 real fast.
Okay.
Eddie Plank, 1909 to 1911 T206. Don't know who he is. I don't care about cards that are 110 years old.
Okay.
No interest.
So not even like for $5 a share.
No, I wouldn't spend it. I don't care about that card. Okay. I think a lot of people do. It's a cool card.
Okay.
So the value total in that card is $300,000.
That's what they're saying. That's what it's valued at.
No interest at all.
Okay.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Now this one's almost full. 89% full. $5 a share. $255,000. It's his 2014. So even with him, I would go way earlier with Cristiano Ronaldo. I have no interest in Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay.
Later 2000 stuff. If you're going Cristiano, you go early.
Do you have the Giannis shoes on there? Because mine showed up a little higher. I just didn't know if you skipped it.
I'm going through the bads first.
Oh.
Here's another one. $83,000 for a Mookie Purple Bowman Chrome. That seems out of this world expensive.
Seems high. I've got some Mookie bets, but I was told it wasn't worth anything.
I'm out on Mookie bets, yeah.
Okay.
Paul Pierce All-Star jersey. Again, Pierce, I don't...
Yeah.
However, this other... So here's those are the bad. Mahomes, Contenders, Super Bowl ticket. I don't like the grade with a 9 auto. I don't mind that it's a BGS 9. I don't love a 9 auto on anything. But Mahomes is the guy. There's 36% left, $5 a share. I don't hate that, especially since I think Mahomes is still the front runner in the AFC. I don't care about the Bills in Week 5.
Okay.
I think Mahomes is the guy. I like that play. I like the Willie Mays play I talked about a while ago. 1968 signed game-worn jersey for $275. I think Willie Mays might be the most undervalued all-time top 3 guy in any sport period. Really? He sells for a fraction of Mickey Mantle. There's no reason he is as cheap as he is. 75% of that thing remains.
I'm just pulling up his.
So yeah,
the when you pull up any listing on there, go down to the offering if you want to get some more details on it. I think this is interesting. It says the museum-worthy Maze Gamer was previously sold at Golden Auctions for $92,000 back in 2018, $86,000 in 2019. So it actually went down in value. Since then, the value of May's 1952 Topps PSA 8 has risen 8 to 10%. So his card's going up.
Everything else Mays is up 8 to 10%. The value of this, they're saying, is 3x what it used to be. That seems stupid cheap to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Can you have any money in your account?
Not right now. I can add some.
I mean, here's the only thing with that too. I guess there's not like a huge rush to buy it. We can just set this up after. 74%. I would say that is the most surprising to me, though, that Willie Mays is not sell. But he doesn't sell. It's weird.
Yeah.
The number one buy in here to me of the actual live IPOs, I like the Giannis stuff. I'm all about game used stuff now. I actually bought last night, not on Collectible, sorry. I bought a game used base, still dirty, from a Red Sox
base. Oh, like a bait. I thought you were talking about a bass guitar, an actual bait. Okay.
Super cheap too. It's game used. It's signed by David Ortiz. It's literally like $800. It's game used. I love it. I'm all about game used stuff. A Giannis pair of sneakers, signed game used, $25,000.
What do we think? Is that high or no? Because he's still young. He hasn't been playing super long.
I just think Giannis is the guy. So
okay.
Yeah, I think it's a good price. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Not much of this left. There's 14% left, roughly. Yeah, I just think that's cheap. I think that's the market we're going to start seeing. Plus, I don't think you're going to continue to see game use stuff become available like it is. With the whole Fanatics takeover and all that stuff coming down the pipe, I think a lot of this gets tied up into that. So that's why I like the game use play.
I appreciate some of these facts on here. It says the Nike Zoom Freak 1 was Giannis. That's how... Okay, for anyone who's watching this who doesn't listen to the Sports Cards Nonsense podcast on The Ringer...
First of all, you're an idiot. If you listen to
First off, we got bigger problems. But it's a running gag. It's a Giannis, never Giannis, though. But it gives a few facts about his shoes in the past. It also tells a little bit about... I didn't realize... It says his... Giannis's cards are also highly valued by collectors. This was made quite evident when National Treasure's logo patch of Giannis fetched $1.9 million at auction earlier this year. I think I forgot about that one. That's one of like the almost $2 million cards that went by, which sold $25,000 for a pair of shoes, the signed. Maybe that's not bad, especially for $5 a share.
Yeah, I'm looking at this like I just think that's a cheap price. Like I see that price for the player coming up on the season. Plus he's starting to get into weird territory. Like if Giannis wins another MVP, a handful of guys have 3 or more. If he gets another championship before the age of 30, he just starts to get into the discussion of second greatest power forward of all time, and then all of a sudden just goes to top 20, top 15, and he's a kid.
Yeah.
So, as far as the live goes, those are the two I would actually focus on. I like the Giannis shoes. I like the Willie Mays, although it seems like nobody else does. That is the most surprising to me that one is not sold out quick, though.
Again, just as a reminder, guys, anybody who buys into any of these, what'll happen is if you buy into the IPO, it does not immediately go back up on the market, but it will very shortly go back up for resale, and that's where you're hopefully going to end up making some real money. Because again, I think just about all of these go for $5 a share when it's in the IPO, like the Contenders Brady that I got, and obviously that one's gone up more than 100%. So you may be looking at a nice investment with those, according to Michael Paul Giuseppe. All right, so that's what's live right now. You want to go coming soon?
So coming soon, we're not going to do this whole song and dance. We talk about everyone because some of these I don't care at all
about. Yeah, let's talk about the ones you do care about.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It's the game used ball, autographed, inscribed, etc.
Yeah.
The value here $375. Again, that's a ton of money. That doesn't seem out of whack to me. And as much as Willie Mays is undervalued, look at Kareem stuff. Yeah. Kareem rookie PSA 5s right now, you can get for under $3,000. Like, name another. I would argue he's still the second greatest basketball player of all time. Zero market, but he's still living. That's always my thing. Same with Willie Mays. Same with Jim Brown, Bill Russell. These all-time greats that are still living. It's sad, but it's true. Like, when they die, you get a bump. So to me, that's always one of those I look at. And I think Kareem in particular has always been very undervalued for as good as he was. That goes live October 19th. That is one day after my anniversary.
Whoa! Big time. Wait, what was the total amount that it's being valued at right now?
$375 is the market.
$375. So this was bought in March of last year for $270,000 at Golden Auctions. So it says, wow, man. His 1969 Topps PSA 9 rookie card has risen from $39,000 to over $204,000. 500% increase since then. I'm not saying this is going to go 5x, but 270,000 back then, yeah, that might not be a bad investment for now.
And I also think on this one, so you can always tell if you look at the details. So on this one, investors are limited to $25,000 worth the first 15 minutes, $50,000 after that. Because on some of these, the share cap is super low, which I hate. Like, I don't want $100 worth of this.
Yeah.
Granted, I don't want to spend $375, but I'd like to have enough skin in the game where if something happens horribly, I get really kicked in the face. When I lose money, I want
you want it to make a difference.
So there was a couple. That was the first one that stood out to me. The other one is number 4 down the list of coming soon.
Okay.
Let me just preface this. I am an SGC homer. I think they are by far the best grading company out there. We're paid by them on our other social networks. I do that because I was already saying they were the best, so I said you might as well pay me for saying it. I firmly believe that.
Mm-hmm.
You concur, apparently?
I'm the one who got us to deal with them. I don't want to hear it.
Did you? Big news with them coming soon, too. Should we just give this one?
Stop.
So here's why I think it's interesting. Michael Jordan, 86 Flair, the true rookie as an SGC 10. I believe the pop... Oh, let me just read it here. I think the pop count of that is only like 20.
They don't have the value on this one.
No, so the value is to be announced. In SGC, so the same exact card sold. I take it back. This is a gem mint. This is not a pristine.
And again, what's the difference between the two?
Yeah, so with SGC, the grading's a little different. 9.5 is mint plus. 10 is gem mint. 10 with a gold label is pristine. So this is a 10 gem mint.
Okay.
Yeah, I just think this is, man. I mean, you just had a top, like one of the best looking copies of the PSA 10 sold for $840,000 in July a few months ago. I would guess this goes $400,000 to $500,000. This is going to weigh out. I think this is going to outsell the average PSA 10 because I think SGC grades harder on vintage and they're trusted more on vintage than anybody.
That is a good point because we've been talking a lot about on our podcast about more modern stuff, but since SGC was already famous for vintage stuff, it does make you think that the valuation is going to be much closer to PSA for something like this.
And I take it all back. In August, a pristine 10 sold for $420. If that's the case, then this is going to be $300 or less.
Oh, okay. Because it's gem mint.
The only issue I have with the offering details here, the second bullet point, Graded a 10 by SGC, one of the top 3 most reputable grading agencies in the industry. You have your order wrong here. PSA BGS SGC. It's just not correct. PSA SGC, then ... BGS.
Yes.
But that's fine.
That's okay.
In terms of how they grade vintage, though, look at the roots that have sold on this platform. I like SGC. I also think SGC is the hot grading company right now. They're going to continue to grade. I think the card grows because it's hard to get that grade with them. And I just think that grading company in general, PSA sells for more. Why? Because people like PSA, the reputation. I think the reputation of SGC will keep carrying it. That's why I think if you can get in on this card early, I think it's a good buy. Okay, that's another card. Depending on the value, though.
Yeah.
Because they quoted a pristine at 420. If they launch this at 500, our next video is going to be me making fun of Collectible and the value of this card. But you can't quote a pristine and give me
No, absolutely.
So,
all right.
The other one's coming up too. Only one more. And again, I don't know how you come up with the value.
Oh, wait. Before you go into it, I gotta hit this one. The Shaquille O'Neal basket. How many cards is this? It's funny because I was watching like some highlight reel of Shaquille O'Neal. He was drinking a water bottle, and I was just thinking, this is like an Andre the Giant size person. And no offense, I want Shaquille O'Neal to live forever. I want him to make a Kazam 2 and a 3. I love the man. I just worry people that size. I mean, a man my size. How long do they live?
Would you rather somebody die or make 2 more Kazam movies?
2 more Kazam movies? Absolutely. But that being said, I was like,
better than death in your opinion?
I'm gonna grab this card while the getting's good. It is actually this card, but this is a lot of 20 of them. The reason I say all that is because as I was going out, I noticed like the price last PSA 10 sold for like $220, $225 or something. But that evening, it's like another one just sold for like $240 and then another for like $250. And as I was purchasing, I was seeing all these other ones going. I don't know what the deal is with Shaquille O'Neal stuff, but he's been undervalued for a long time. This may be a time where he starts going up in value. And a lot of 20 of these, if it's priced right, this might be something worth getting on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible. So the PSA population of PSA 10
there's a lot.
Is 2,200. I mean, not high. I normally don't like this. Like at first, I said like I stay away from these things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind it now because I mean, if it comes out at the right value, it gives people a chance to get into something on the cheap and get actually a bigger piece for still relatively low. But I mean, I wouldn't buy it. I don't care about it. But I do like that they're kind of opening up the difference. It's not $375,000.
Yeah.
I like it for that.
Yeah, exactly. And again, we don't know what the value is going to be, but I mean, this is going to be something at least where if I don't want to spend $200-$300, you know, unlike Mike, some of us may not want to be completely devastated by a loss on an investment. Maybe we just want a little bit of a devastation. That being said, this is the perfect avenue to get in. All right, what was the one let's do one more. Which one were you going to go over?
Tom Brady 2000 SPX, and this is the Spectrum rookie. So it's numbered to 25. It's jersey number, which, by the way, maybe I missed it. Collectible, update this listing. Some will not care about this, but a lot of people do. When a card is serial numbered, and it's the serial number of the quarterback first, so in Brady's case, 12 of 25, people consider that to be more valuable. They pay more because it's the jersey number. That needs to be in the listing. This is number 12 of 25. Unless it's not. It looks like it's 12. I look at it, it's probably like number 13.
Yeah, exactly.
It's number 11, so Collectible, you're doing just fine
You're
with this
doing
listing.
great, Collectible.
Here's why it's crazy, though. So the card is numbered to 25. It's also graded 9.5 by the third best grading company, BGS. Mm-hmm. But, again, something that's kind of important here, and this starts to get into the niche grading market a little bit, this is what's considered a true gem plus. So you'll notice BGS has 4 subgrade categories. Centering 10, edges, corners, surface, all 9.5. So if it has 3 9.5 grades and 1 9, it's a minimum gem. The lowest grades it can have to get 9.5 overall. If it has all 4 as a 9.5 grade, it's a true gem, meaning every single subgrade is a 9.5. So this is what we call a true gem plus. 3 9.5s and a 10. I know it sounds petty, but that does make a difference in value. It's also a pop 5. None are graded higher than this. This is a weird card.
Pop 5, wow.
It's numbered to 25. I mean, effectively.
Yeah,
5,
that's fair.
Quite frankly, is actually, I just don't know where you find a comp for this. Because, I mean, they give you some background information, right? His contenders that are numbered to 100 sold for $2.25 million and $1.3 $3.2 million. Those are also his first rookie on-card autos. This isn't an autograph, but this is a stupid nice card. If it's anywhere, I don't like this if it's at those prices or anywhere near that. But if it's not, I think this is interesting too. I'd be curious. It just says to be announced, so they haven't come up with a value yet. That's a weird card. Because and the reason I say that too, this is the type of card some of these maniac Brady fans see this card and they come in and say, hey, we just want to straight buy it. Like just a total, what is it, just a buyout or whatever? What do they call them?
Yeah, buyout.
Buyout? Okay. Yeah. Like this is the thing, if somebody comes to you and wants to make a buyout of the card, you just make up the price. You are setting the market. I like when you're setting the market with, first of all, established GOATs. If Brady goes on a run this year, and it may not happen, but what if at the age of 44 he gets an MVP, which he's on pace to do at this point, he's in the discussion. And what if he were to flirt with another Super Bowl? A win would be cute. But that's when all of a sudden guys start saying, hey, he's even next level. I mean, with one more in my mind, he's clearly above Jordan as a team athlete at that point. But whatever, I'm not going to debate greatness. Point being, if somebody's like, I want an awesome Brady card, and I have a ton of disposable income, this is the type of card they would chase. So that's why I think this is actually kind of a cool card. I'm very interested to see what the value is when they come up with that.
Well, I think what's really cool, this is like another one of these plays for, again, some of you may be into Fractional, some of you may not be, but this is a play where Fractional makes sense because where else are you going to get this card? There's 5, as far as in circulation graded at this point. So there's a certain rarity, and as Mike mentioned, there is possibly just a price to be made, and whatever price
money
comes,
to be made.
Well, that's the end goal.
Well,
there's a price to be made for this that ultimately will be the IPO, but
price to be had.
But in the end, whatever the price that is, somebody could come along and then a price is made for that person. You just make up a price. Why are you laughing? I'm trying.
I think you're just making up words. What are you saying? All right, we're done with
Bottom line is, could be a really good investment. Monday the 18th, Michael Porter Jr. basket coming out. You're going to see all this on the screen because Doug, our lovely editor, is going to put it somewhere.
I never
here.
met Doug. I can't speak.
It's going to be here or here down. Anyway, Michael Porter Jr. coming out on the 18th. There's going to be on the 19th, prime time, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Michael Porter Jr. What are we doing? Just reading a list.
That I'm letting people know.
How do you
which
feel about
item.
Michael Porter? I know it's coming up, so let's talk about it for a second. How do you feel about MPJ?
I thought we had discussed this on the podcast just recently.
This is the podcast.
I'm just saying. I believe the stake was, or if his value is, if he comes out not super crazy high, he could have some value.
There you go.
Is that
great? It is. Yeah, Jamal Murray's going to be out for the majority of the regular season. MPJ's the number 2 scorer in that team. I think he's going to have some crazy ups and downs. My fear with this one, though, I think if you are into just on the collectible app trading space, it's cool to get into this. That is not the type of thing I would buy like the Brady. I'm buying the Brady because someone's going to come in and offer, set the price, way above what you paid. That's going to happen with the Brady. That's not going to happen with these Michael Porter.
Why is set the price a weird phrase? That's a normal phrase.
Don't make it awkward. To me, this is one though you buy because you think it's going to go up, even just incrementally, marginally.
I'm not getting into this.
Incrementally it works.
Say your words.
I think this is when you buy with the thought of I'm going to trade this on there and kind of nickel and dime and make a little, like a cute profit.
Okay.
But I would not buy those thinking someone's going to come in and just buy this off the platform.
Okay. All right, so that's your Michael Porter Jr. We already talked about the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar ball. That comes out on the 19th. On the 20th...
Greatest center of all time.
Well, there you go. Mike's opinion corner.
Do you know the name Llewellyn Cinder? Does that mean anything to you?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you mean?
I know.
Yeah, okay. Don't even start with
me. You know what's funny? I did not think you would know that.
No, of course you did.
How did you know? Does it say it on there?
It did, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I was going to say this. No way. You know what team you played for?
The Giants.
Nailed it.
The baseball team.
Baseball.
Wednesday the 20th. We didn't talk about this. LeBron James and Kobe Bryant. Topps basket. That will be coming out. Is not on the app as the time we're speaking on the 15th.
What do you do with all these baskets?
I guess, well, there's a lot of cards out there. A lot of guys want to get their hands on them. There's also it looks like on the Thursday, the 21st, Kobe Bryant Finals used warm-up jacket.
Another piece I think is, First of all, the 21st, so 3 days after my anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Kobe. I mean, there's a crazy fascination with Kobe. The high-end Kobe market is still super strong. I mean, there's not going to be any more used warm-up jackets coming available.
Oh,
see, this is another one I
right.
like. I like the shoes last month. I like these as well.
Okay.
R.I.P. I say, if you say R.I.P., you can say whatever you want about dead people.
R.I.P. Sunday, last one, Sunday the 24th. It's at prime time.
24th will be 6 days.
Oh my.
6 days after.
National Treasures Basket. It says from the 07-18 season, the 18-19 season.
17-18. 17-18, not 07.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. 17-18.
So 17-18. So
18-19.
17-18, that'd be your Tatum, Donovan Mitchell, De'Aaron Fox, Bam Adebayo.
Okay.
Sure, I'm forgetting somebody.
18,
that one to me is undervalued. I like that.
18-19.
Crazy money. 18-19 is Luka and Trey. Okay. Insane high money.
19-20.
Do you know the big rookie in 19-20? You know.
Was it Spida?
Nope, that was 17.
That was 17.
You know this one. I guarantee you know it.
I do know it, and I'm.
Rhymes with Mayon Williamson.
No, it's not Zion. It's someone else.
Nailed it. Zion and Josh. Yeah, so 1920 Zion and Josh. So what is this? A full case of each?
So this is a basket, case basket. So yeah, it sounds like a case of each of those.
So one of each. That's gonna be.
How much do you think that's gonna go for?
I mean,
we're gonna guess right now.
Retail right now, I would say it's got to be somewhere in the 125 to 150 range. I would think.
Really?
At 18 cases. Here's what's insane too. For everybody who's in the like me and our breaking allocation, our cost on those cases. So 17-18, 18-19, our cost from distributors was $1,544 a case.
Oh,
the cost on 19-20 went up a little bit. It was like $2,200, and we complained about that. I sold my last 2 cases of 19-20 a year ago, August, for $16,500 each, and they've more than doubled since that. 18-19 we sold off cheap because you couldn't move them. Luka Phenomenon was insane as soon as it started. So,
wow.
I like the wax play. I do think, and wax, the thing that is with that is there's a limited number printed.
Mm-hmm.
People are still ripping the stuff, not all that often because you don't see them pop up, but there's only so much. And so there's kind of, I've always said I think wax is one of the best investments. So again, I'd be curious what the retail value is right now at market that you could buy these and where Collectible comes out. But for the right price, and again, this is kind of a slow play to me, but all it takes is somebody not named Luka or Zion to really bust out. Luka, Zion, Trey, we know what they've done. Like, that's why the prices are where they're at. But if Jason Tatum or Spida Mitchell go on an absolute streak and challenge for a championship, that 17 case goes nuts. If out of 19 you get John Morant really goes crazy, or Tyler Hero becomes a star, all of a sudden the other guys who have carried the case, now the case cost goes way up. So wax to me has always been one of the safest investments if you can get it at the right price. So, and NT basketball, you're not going to find a better. I mean, that's as much of a gold seal, gold star.
Oh, gold seal, gold star. Get your words right, Mike. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. All right, we're done. Thank you all
must be nice
for tuning in.
Oh my goodness, your life is great.
Thanks for tuning in.
Else?
That's what we're doing for tonight.
Cool. So there you go. There's our collectible breakdown. Again, make sure you check out the collective. The Collective Mint is the name of it. January 28th to the 30th in Vegas. It's going to be a big card show, speaking events, round tables, which are never round. They're always just a bunch of idiots facing the audience. Round tables, King Arthur style. I don't know what type of stunt they're trying to pull with that.
Did you say there's actually a card show there too?
There's a big card show.
Yeah, okay.
Big card show. Me and Jesse will be there. Jesse was on the fence.
And nobody
by the way, Collectible execs, Jesse was on the fence. I'm twisting his arm to get there. So
don't you worry about
You're
me.
welcome. And we'll be back next month with another breakdown. And next month, unlike this month when I totally dropped the ball, I will set up my account and we'll buy some shares live. I teased that last time, I didn't do it. And quite frankly, it's Friday night, I don't care.
You won't buy any shares live because, as I mentioned at the outset, it's only open during stock market hours.
Joke's on you. All right, I think we're done. Thanks for listening. Make sure you check out Sports Cards Nonsense. That is our podcast on the Ringer Network. Check out Collectible. Check out us. Check out anything else you want.
Like and subscribe.
Good night.